This is race 4 from the Setupboard series here at Norcal Hobbies. This is 2023. This is race 4, as I mentioned. I'm dead last, so I started, actually, no, I was the bump up. I was number 9. Anyway, I'm right. You can see, just got hit, but I'm going to continue on. And there we go. Actually, I was last. There, I got hit into the wall by a red shell, it looks like. Oh, that's my buddy. My buddy's the shell. That's a different one, though. He's right there. So had it not been for him, maybe I would have done better. At least I beat him. Only by a second. It was really just a difference of a mistake. It was probably that little mistake right there. But here I go. But again, it's a really fun day. Really nice crowd to race with. It was a lot cooler today. But I still enjoyed it. I actually tried compound on the tires, getting used to it. I do like it. And it's something new that I think I'm going to end up doing. I do have some tire warmers. I just didn't have my power supply, so I did not use them, which would have been great, I think, for this weather, just to warm them up. Now, a quick little thing about the tire warmers. It would be my first time using them. My buddy uses them. Now, if you think, well, you're going to warm up the tires and then they're just going to get cool, the surface gets cool, but the inside of the rubber's still warm, which is really what you want. It makes it a lot easier. So there I got tagged a little in the rear. Not a big deal. I'm going to try to catch up, unsuccessfully. But in this car, I'm running a Hobbywig G4 motor, and to be honest, I really do like the Hobbywig motor. In my US GT, I am running a Trinity slot machine, also a nice motor, but I prefer the punch in the G4, so I may convert the other one into a G4 as well. I want to consider it. I don't really need to buy one. It doesn't really make that much difference. What I need to do is avoid crashes, and at this point, this is one of those few races where most of my crashes were actually somebody crashing into me multiple times. Let's see, actually that was the case. I think it was GT and F1 as well. But just in general, just need to learn how to drive before I get a bigger, better, faster motor. So right now it's really all about tire prep. That's my next goal. Once I master that, then I can move on to other greater things. I'm kind of kidding. But here we go. So this is something that I do want to mention. As I mentioned, I am a bump up from B main here. And don't get discouraged. And the reason why is when you're going through qualifiers, it's generally by whoever has the fastest lap that goes through. So if you don't make it and you have the B main, it's alright. Even if you're in the C main, I've seen guys be in the C main, then they get into the B main, get that, and then they get into the A main, and they qualify alright. Maybe they don't win the A main, but you know, they do alright in the A main. Such as here. I'm pretty sure I started 10th. I would have to look at the beginning of the footage again, but I don't have to because that white and red car, I actually started before that gentleman. So he was 10th, I was 9th. So I started 9th, not too bad. I'm going to end up in 6th, which is quite an improvement. 6th place, that is 54 points, 55, which is good. I need them badly. So there I got hit. I got stuck. So usually when you hit somebody, notice that white and yellow car, he hit me and he waited. So that's sort of, I mean, you have to pay the piper. So he's a very good driver, great guy to race with. He was a gentleman about it and waited. That's really the way it goes. So if you're starting and you're racing, keep in mind that if you're new to racing, it's going to happen. Accidents are bound to happen. That was just a small little accident. Unfortunately, yes, both of us suffer. I wish I didn't have to suffer. But, you know, the point is he made it right and waited. But I'm pretty sure he's going to pass me or I'm going to let him by. Now, one of the things that sometimes becomes confusing, so if you want to race, is keeping track of who's actually in front of you and who is not. And for me, that was very difficult in F1 because there were two cars that looked very, very similar. One of them was actually ahead of me, the other one I believe was not. Anyway, I got confused and I didn't know if I was supposed to let that vehicle go or not, and I think I ended up letting the vehicle go regardless. So, you know, once I get to that video, we'll see. But again, this car, this is an X-Ray X4. It's driving a lot better than it did before, so it no longer oversteers like crazy like it used to, and it was actually a very simple fix. I ended up buying the optional, the little bits on top that control the caster. I bought those, and then I just gave it a little more caster, and that's all that I had to do. So as of now, very happy with the vehicle. To be honest, I am about a second, almost exactly a second behind the fastest guy here. So the top 3 are very similar times, and then the rest of us are sort of similar times as well. But this is pretty much going to be the race. This is the last lap. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Do watch the other ones. F1 was pretty fun, as well as USGT. Cheers.
What? Oh, my hair! My arm! My rod!